Epstein's dark plot, the chilling threat against Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Welcome back to Crown Chronicles, your home for the most captivating, untold, and gripping stories from inside the British royal family. If you love deep dives into royal secrets, scandals, and breaking revelations, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a moment. Today's story is one of the most shocking and disturbing revelations yet, one that could change the way the world views a case wrapped in mystery, danger, and unimaginable betrayal, because today we are uncovering the chilling allegation that Jeffrey Epstein, the disgraced financier at the center of international scandal, allegedly plotted to kill Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson. Yes, you heard that right. A plot that, if true, would reveal a dangerous web of secrets, leverage, and threats behind the scenes of two of the most talked about figures in recent royal history. So settle in, because this is a story that will keep you glued to the very end. It begins years before the world truly understood who Jeffrey Epstein was. At the time, Epstein had built an empire of connections, powerful businessmen, politicians, celebrities, and yes, even members of the British royal family. Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, had crossed paths with Epstein numerous times, a friendship that would later cost him his royal patronages, military titles, and global reputation. But what many don't know is just how dark that association may have become. As the allegations against Epstein and his network started to tower, a more sinister picture began to emerge, one involving secrets, leverage, and threats. According to newly surfaced claims, Epstein allegedly felt betrayed by Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, especially after Fergie publicly distanced herself from him. In moments of desperation, the disgraced financier reportedly believed he had the power to intimidate, manipulate, and even eliminate people he felt had wronged him, and shockingly, that included members of the royal family. These allegations come from sources close to the investigation and individuals familiar with Epstein's inner circle. They claim Epstein was furious when Sarah Ferguson declared publicly that her past friendship with him had been a huge mistake. She even apologized for ever associating with him. Those public statements embarrassed Epstein, humiliated him in front of the elite circles he craved, and destroyed whatever facade of legitimacy he thought he still had. And if there's one thing Epstein was known for, it was retribution. According to these new claims, Epstein allegedly discussed taking out both Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, believing they were turning their backs on him to save themselves. He reportedly felt cornered, betrayed, and losing control. Some insiders say Epstein thought Andrew and Fergie knew too much, that they were distancing themselves at the worst possible time, and that their statements could draw more scrutiny onto his criminal operations. From that moment on, whispers of Epstein's threats began circulating among associates. His paranoia, according to insiders, was extreme. He allegedly claimed that if anyone jeopardized his empire, he would handle them. And chillingly, those threats may have extended to Prince Andrew and Fergie, but here's where the story takes an even darker turn. Reports suggest that Epstein believed he could get away with anything, absolutely anything. He had money, powerful connections, and a confidence born from decades of manipulating people in positions of influence. When he felt betrayed, he acted. And when he felt threatened, he retaliated. While concrete evidence of a murder plot remains tightly guarded within sealed documents and private testimonies, those close to Epstein's world say his conversations weren't idle talk. They were instructions, orders, blueprints. Epstein allegedly saw Andrew and Fergie as liabilities, people who had benefited from their association with him but were now scrambling to destroy him publicly. In his mind, they had become enemies. What's even more chilling is the timing. All of this reportedly unfolded as the pressure mounted around Epstein's criminal activities. Investigators were circling. The media was digging deeper. Survivors were speaking out. And as Epstein's world crumbled, he pointed fingers at everyone he thought had betrayed him. Prince Andrew, once a powerful royal figure, became an easy target in Epstein's rage. His connection to Epstein was already the subject of headlines worldwide. And the Duke's decision to cut ties, and Sarah Ferguson's public statements condemning Epstein, fueled the financier's anger even further. Insiders claim Epstein viewed Sarah Ferguson as the weak link. She had been outspoken in distancing herself from him, embarrassed by her past interactions, particularly the infamous moment where she accepted financial help from Epstein to clear personal debts. When that information resurfaced, Fergie was humiliated, and she spoke out strongly. Calling it a mistake she deeply regretted. For Epstein, regret was betrayal, and betrayal demanded consequences. Whether the alleged plot was fully developed or remained in its early stages remains a mystery locked behind sealed files. But royal security sources suggest that the threats were taken seriously, very seriously. Any threat against a senior royal, whether credible or whispered, triggers protocol, investigation, and sometimes quiet intervention. What's even more intriguing is that neither Prince Andrew nor Sarah Ferguson has publicly acknowledged any threat, but there have been subtle hints over the years, moments where Fergie spoke of dark forces and dangerous people. Moments where Prince Andrew's behavior seemed unusually guarded. And moments when both appeared to retreat from public life at the same time, shielding themselves from scrutiny. Could those moments be connected to these alleged threats? Could the royal family have quietly intervened to protect Andrew and Fergie from a man as dangerous as Epstein, and more importantly? What else remains hidden? The Epstein saga is filled with sealed files, mysterious deaths, silenced witnesses, and unanswered questions. Every time a new revelation comes out, the public gets one small piece of an enormous, shadowy puzzle. This alleged plot, whether fully formed or born out of the mind of a powerful man spiraling out of control, adds a chilling dimension to an already terrifying story. Epstein wasn't just dangerous because of his crimes. He was dangerous because he believed he was untouchable. And that belief, tied with powerful connections, made him capable of almost anything. For Prince Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, the Epstein scandal has been one of the defining crises of their lives. It fractured Andrew's royal career, endangered his reputation, and caused widespread public outrage. For Fergie, it reopened old wounds she thought were long buried. But this latest allegation, this chilling claim that Epstein may have considered eliminating them, reveals just how deeply they were entangled in a world far darker than the public ever imagined. As more documents become unsealed and more testimonies come to light, the truth may eventually emerge. And when it does, the world may learn that the Epstein case was not just a story of exploitation and abuse, but a story of power, blackmail, and threats at the highest levels of society. One thing is certain, this revelation is not the end. It's only the beginning. Thank you for watching Crown Chronicles. If you found this story gripping, disturbing, or eye-opening, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Your support keeps these deep investigations alive, and trust me, there are many more royal mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Stay tuned. Because the next chapter in this royal revelation may be even darker than the last.